Hi, my name is Sawyer Butler, and I am a senior at Air Academy High School. For my honors senior literature class, I have worked on a pretty extensive research project the last couple months where I use my research to benefit the community of Colorado Springs in some way. This beneficial product will synthesize my research into a helpful tool for my audience. My audience is the Pikes Peak Center for Small Businesses, an organization that helps small startup businesses and young entrepreneurs achieve their dreams of owning a business. That being said, the topic I chose to research dives into what actually makes a small business successful. Since I am committed to Baylor University for entrepreneurship and finance, I wanted to explore this topic in which I am deeply interested in beforehand. In this episode, I have linked two interviews together featuring two successful entrepreneurs. First, Bernie Zerker, and then second, Sharon Regier, who have tremendous experience in their field. Bernie Zerker was the former owner of ICM, a multi-million-dollar construction business centered in Pueblo, Colorado, while Sharon Regier has built up a bookkeeping and accounting business from scratch here in Colorado Springs. These clips highlight their stories of how they started, scaled their business, and maintained their business empires over the years. They provide essential advice and insight geared towards startup businesses and new entrepreneurs. After these interview clips, I've attached some external research with additional commentary that I have included and conducted utilizing databases and trusted websites. My research demonstrates that businesses become successful depending on how they target their business goals, leverage their debt to their advantage, and hire employees to manage different parts of their business.
We're a heavy industrial construction company.
Mm-hmm.
We have about 360 employees. We did $90 million last year.
Wow.
We're different from we are a general contractor. We're licensed Class A general contractor, but most general contractors don't do direct hire. We perform everything that we do as direct hire, so that makes us a little unusual. That's why that many employees and 90 million. If we were a typical what we call paper contractor, we'd have 5 employees and we'd be doing 300 million. But that's just the way we are.
What does direct hire mean?
Direct hire means like a typical general contractor, the owner, the president, the project managers, estimators, accounting staff, safety officer, management people. They don't actually touch the work.
Okay.
They hire subcontractors to do all the different elements. And sometimes we will do, we're subcontracting a lot of work right now at DIA. We do all the moving and rigging up there at DIA for all the escalators and elevators and the structural steel.
Well, I do bookkeeping and accounting for people personally and then also for their business.
Okay.
And with a lot of that, that's one aspect of the job. And then there's some personal assistant, things that I do for them, whether it's helping with repairs or things with their house or cars or whatever, help monitor their insurance for their homes. And then there's some that have investments that I help manage. And then there's also, buildings that they own that I help property manage and do bookkeeping and accounting for as well. And I think it's, there's that kind of fine line of, how many clients do you take to still provide service, but then as the demand continues to grow, how can you continue to expand and do that? So I think definitely that word of mouth or trust and trying to continue different projects has been really what's helped my business grow.
Okay.
It's really not a problem when this is how you're feeding your family.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to stay motivated, number one. But really, I think because, I'm a builder. I love to build. I have been in construction. My dad was a contractor. Started working for him when I was 11.
Wow.
And I've worked all facets of construction, and I love building. I love going home tired. At the end of the day, we can look back and we can see what we actually created that wasn't there in the morning. So I think you have to, a job like that, if you really love what you do, motivation isn't as much a problem, and burnout's not a problem. You can't take responsibility. You can't stay. That, I think, should be for any business. I don't care what the business is. That's cardinal. One of my pet peeves is when someone says, "Sorry about that." I was like, "No, you're not. Don't even say that. I'm sorry that happened." I mean, but sorry about that is like, don't get mad at me. I should apologize to you.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You just shut me up.
Empty words.
You did it. It's just empty. It means nothing. But the other thing is guard your integrity with your life, because I didn't come up with this, but a British historian who he's done biographies on the Queen and all kinds of different Tony Blair and all that, well known, and I can't think what his name is right now, historian, but he said, if you lose your money, you've lost nothing. If you lose your health, you've lost something. But if you lose your integrity, you've lost everything. If you say you're going to do it, do it. If you don't know the answer, say, I don't know the answer, but I'm going to find it out. I'm going to get back to you. Don't promise things that you can't deliver. If you promise that, then you better move heaven and earth to deliver.
I think a couple of things, is to really, if there's things that you need to improve your business, look at those, but do it in a way where you're not going to get into debt. I was able to save and pay for the server and not have to have loan payments or things like that. And from doing books for a lot of businesses, I see that they get in trouble a lot of times when they, paying cash is the best that you can, is really the best way to handle those things. And that's why the companies that I work for have been successful, is because they just don't carry the debt. And the ones that really struggle are the ones that have a lot of debt. So I think that's one of the things. And then I think the other is just, especially for the small businesses, if you don't have someone that does the accounting, either be very knowledgeable on it or hire someone that does, because again, that's where just a lot of people, I think, get into trouble of, either paying payroll taxes or, not saving and those kinds of things.
So now I'm going to be diving into some of my own research that I've conducted with databases and trusted websites. These are just some general tips that will help all different types of businesses. So let's get right into it. First of all, it's a huge misunderstanding that businesses must rely on their supportive customers or clients to become successful. Mako Design, a construction business specializing in industrial design and mechanical engineering, claims that once a clientele is built, businesses are free to rely on and can easily expect a higher percentage of profits coming from these loyal customers. Although focusing on drawing in customers is not harmful to the business, it becomes detrimental to operations when businesses solely rely on these customers to hold up their end of the deal. To be safe, it is crucial to view all customers as temporary, because anything can happen at a snap of a finger. Just a few months after this claim was made, COVID-19 tanked America's economy, and 34% of American small businesses are still closed as a result. It is ironic that just after a few months, Mako Design's claim was proven illogical, considering that the majority of customers redirected their sites to superstores who provide online delivery such as Amazon or Walmart delivery, as opposed to small and local businesses. The number of customers who left their homes to conduct in-person shopping fell dramatically, leaving these sole proprietorships in shambles. To become successful, businesses must target their individual priorities of their business plan. When businesses grow, they must balance the quality of their product or service while also fostering the growth of the business. Usually, they don't go hand in hand. The more a business grows, the less quality the products or service will end up being. As a result, this may mean not being able to personally manage every client relationship or not expecting every widget, according to Investopedia.com. While most businesses strive to branch out their business model, growing one's business leads to looser protocols and in turn lessens the quality of the product or service, just like I previously mentioned. If a company prioritizes quantity over quality, or even vice versa, consumers will undoubtedly lose interest. That being said, finding ways to grow the business while maintaining this quality will ultimately benefit the business. Additionally, businesses will become successful by staying out of bad debt, but instead leveraging their debt to their advantage. According to Greg Crabtree of CRI, a business advisor firm, clear visibility into revenue and expenses is especially important now when inflation is higher than it's been in decades and input costs are going up. When operators fail to evaluate or record input costs of their business, they not only fail to see how the margins affect their overall business or success as a business in the first place, but they allow themselves to be more prone to falling into debt, because owners can unknowingly be paying more for resources without increasing the price of their own products, and this will dangerously expose them to the harmful effects of bad debt. Another key part to the success of small businesses is hiring people to manage separate parts of the business. The company's deficiency to finding capable and dependable workers weighs down on a business's success. Judith Messina, in a database article addressing the capital challenges facing small businesses in New York City, delineates their inability to easily and quickly fill vacant openings with skilled, dependable employees limits their growth and in extreme cases may threaten their survival. Like Bernie Zerker emphasized in his interview, it is crucial to hire employees who take responsibility for their actions and guard their integrity above all else. Employees are expected to be dependable, and when done right, implementing new employees marks one of the most effective strategies to scale one's business, because the owner can focus less on labor matters and more on company development. All in all, despite the common misconceptions that supportive clientele or supportive clients, supportive customers are a safe bet for business success, companies can ensure their success by focusing more on their own business model. The primary features to aim at include addressing goals of the business plan without disregarding the quality of the product or service that the business is offering, remaining out of debt that's harmful, and instead leveraging their debt to their advantage. And lastly, placing trusted individuals in management positions. Future businesses will soon face unmatched competition in America's capitalist economy, so it is imminent to consider what universal themes outline a business's success in the first place. Examining the roots of business failures and success will ultimately equip future businesses and young entrepreneurs with the knowledge they need to elevate themselves from the competition.